Hey, welcome back to my channel, Rewind Be Kind. I got a little paint on the fence. Yeah, I was headed out. I said, let me put a little paint on the fence rather than my other video where I hadn't yet got ready. But I'm just sitting out here about to leave, and I had another subject I wanted to talk about, and I will talk about that. But I'm sitting up here watching, and you know, we have a lot of bike riders where I am at. And I just had to sit here and just pray for this woman. She was at a crossing where, you know, you have the signs and everything where you have to wait for, well, the cars have to stop because the pedestrians have the right of passage. And I'm sitting up here watching, like holding, like, are these people not seeing this lady? And it's not just her on the bike. She has two children. She has, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out how she got both kids, but the bike must be set up for that because she has one child, I think, like in a seat a little high, then one in the back must be connected. And it's a motorized bike. See, I'm looking right now again to a couple. They are on bikes and crossing. And it saddens my heart because the cars are just zipping by. I'm watching right now. They're just zipping by like they don't see these people about to cross. And they're still sitting there because the cars are zipping by. So it just that just hurts my heart. It just makes me wonder, what are people thinking? Because even if they cross that first area, and that's why I was holding my breath with the lady with the children on the back of her actual bike, she still has to cross the other side. And okay, so now they're getting off their bike, which is smart. Get off your bike and actually walk it across because no one's stopping. And I'm trying to wait to see if anyone is going to stop. And no. So this is what we have to do better, people. We just have to do better. And where I'm at, if you were to look up how many pedestrians on bikes are hit and unalived by drivers, you would be amazed. I live in Florida, and so it's sad. And my bike is parked in my office. I just I said no. I just can't trust. Okay, they didn't ride across. They actually walked their bike across, which is smart. But I parked my bike in my office. I said, there's just no way I'm going to trust people to watch out for me, even if I am doing what I'm supposed to do, you know. But anywho, but I wanted to get on here and talk about this. If you love pasta, okay, if you really love pasta, and you know, when you eat pasta, how you feel real heavy afterward. I mean, you feel full. You feel like you just feel like that it's called that food-itis kick in, which is pretty much, my son and I talked about this. It's like your body actually shutting down. Okay, look up pasta. Just regular pasta. Okay, I'm not talking about that homemade from Italy and all that good stuff, or what, you know. I'm talking about pasta. Look it up, because I have removed pasta from my diet years ago because it's nothing but sugar. It really is. When it gets into your body, it breaks down as a sugar. And I believe that many of us are eating pasta. I'm talking about, you know, store-bought pasta, and not realizing, although we're cutting other things out of our diet, our lifestyle, we are still consuming a lot of sugar. So I want to challenge you to to find an alternative, okay? Because I still cook pasta, but guess what? This is a different kind of pasta. It's the lentil pasta. Have you heard of that? That lentil pasta, and it's a red lentil pasta. I tried it. I've been, using it, and snuck it in really on my husband, and he didn't realize what kind it was. Only thing about it, you either have to cook it, or you have to let it be a little al dente, okay? But for the most part, it's good. And also, there is another pasta that I bought. I believe it's gluten-free. It doesn't have anything in it. And one day, if I when I'm in my kitchen, I'm looking at my cabinet if I have any in there. But it's so light. It doesn't have all those other ingredients in it that turns like to sugar and things like that. And I use it to make my veggie lasagnas with. But start reading the back of your pasta labels, and then Google it and look up what's in it and how does it break down in your body, okay? But try that red lentil and that lentil pasta, and let me know what you think, okay? And if you find that pasta that I'm talking about, I know it's gluten-free, and it's a certain brand. It's gluten-free, but it doesn't taste like those gluten-free pastas, especially not in lasagna. So I just wanted to come on and say that, and just ask you if you have any alternatives that you can think of, that when people love, pasta lovers, especially like out baking Alfredos and things like that. Like, I still make that. I just make it with, the lentil, the different types of pastas, and the gluten-free. And it's this other kind that's, I wish I would have looked before I did this video, but I'll look one day and kind of do a comparison of them for you. But yeah, see if you got any alternatives to pasta. I know many say couscous, but we're talking about that bite of pasta that swirl in a fork for the spaghetti, or to make your other pasta dishes that you love, because you don't have to do without. You can substitute a lot of things. Now, some things, like with ice cream, I had to go cold turkey. I couldn't do, and I still don't today yet, make my own. I keep saying I'm gonna make my own, but I have yet to do that, because even when it's in the house, especially my favorite brands, I get nauseated just thinking about it. So that's how I know it is pretty much out of my system. Out of my system. So if it's out of my system, then I don't see a need for me to actually make my ice cream. But one day I might, I might try it. I do eat a lot of dates. I do make my own candy with dates, and because I love dark chocolate, and I do use assortment of different nuts in my little chocolate date bar that I make, and I might make that one day on the channel. And because my husband, he's a very sweet tooth, and he eats them up, okay? I mean, they're so rich. I only need like one, and it satisfies my sweet tooth for that day or the next day. But he can eat like 3 or 4, so that lets you know. But I'm just thinking of different alternative to things that we can substitute out of our diet and make it a lifestyle. Not make it, you don't want to feel like you're denying yourself of things, because I do believe everything is in moderation, for sure. That is what I do believe. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about, was different alternatives to things we love, and just find different substitutes for them. Okay, so I am going to head out and run some errands, do what I need to do, and get back home, because I think I need to get back there in my office. I recorded in my office this morning. I hadn't been back there in a few days, and I didn't have a light. It was kind of dark in there, and I said, well, let me do some cleaning back here and some throwing away. So when I get back, that's part of my plan, is to get back there in that office and throw away some files, shred some files, because the business I'm in, I have to keep files for like 3 to 5 years, and some of them I go ahead and keep them forever, but the ones that are past the 3 or 5 years, I'm gonna go ahead and do some shredding. So that's something else. Just don't throw personal mail and things like that away. Make sure you shred them. Get you a good shredder and shred them, because there's people out there, I tell you, they rather think on how they gonna steal and rob you, rather than to use all that brain power to do something good, you know. So make sure you shred everything you throw away. And if you're out in the country, you know, I remember being out in the country, and especially if I knew I was gonna make a trip out there, and it was a friend that had a barrel, and I would just, instead of shredding, because that does take time, it does, I would just bring it all and we'll burn it, you know. So that's a good idea too. If you live, you know, in a rural area, you know, get you a big barrel and burn it, you know. Burn all your personal information that you don't need. Don't throw it in the regular trash, because there are people out there that will dig through your trash to get your personal information. It's just a shame. You know, just like seeing the people not stop, not only for the 2 elderly couple, but also for the mother that had the 2 kids on the back of her bike. It hurts my heart. And I pray that we do better, that we get our compassion back for others. We need to do that. We need to reassociate ourselves with each other instead of de-associating ourselves with each other, because we need each other. We really do. We need each other. And so that's all I want to say. I'm just rambling, but I'm about to head on out, and you enjoy your day. And thank you for watching my video. And remember, rewind, be kind, subscribe. Thanks.